Okay, so this video has been like a multi-part thing for me. So I'm trying to remember where we left off. So we're gonna go to the Buildship thing, and we're gonna import that. So for this project specifically, I'm using Buildship along with this so that I can do the third-party knowledge-based system. So I'm gonna go to that real quick. All right, so I have this doc. I'll link this doc in here too. And what this is like a DIY knowledge-based system I built that for people to use in voice or whatever project they're working on. And so I'm going to use this for this project. Now I already have one in here, but I'm going to rebuild it for this. So I'm going to remix this into here. And there we go. And so I'm going to call this one here the, I'm going to go ahead and just rename this. So support reg. And for this, just like the PDF follows, I'll kind of follow this with you here. I'm not going to go too in depth in it. You can just watch the video. I'll link that as well for building this out. But I'm going to go through and make sure that this is the right project. We are going to use Supabase. You can get Supabase for, practically free. I think it is actually free. Yeah, up until like 50,000 monthly active users. I don't think you're going to get that with your RAG system, and if you do, that's awesome. But that's that's a lot of users, huh? So that's what I'm going to use. Now I'm going to log in here, and I may just reuse a project that I already have. Let's do this one, and I'm going to see what projects that we have. I think this one. Let me take a look at this and then we'll be good. Okay, so I have my fresh database here. Everything is set up in Buildship. Again, if you want to go through here, you can just take a look at the video. I won't waste too much time on that. I'll actually include it in the course. Now I just need my PDF. So let's go here, and I have this part done technically, and I'll just test and deploy with the PDF. Now I need to build the documentation to go into the actual database itself for this AI to use. Now my plan was for this is I'm just going to open up, I'm a huge fan of Google Docs if you can't tell. What I'm going to do is it has a feature where you can just activate your microphone and you can talk into it, and it does like speech to text. And so my thought was I'm just going to open this here, do speech to text, walk through the entire platform, any questions that may come up, and then that way I'll basically have this massive PDF here of information that I see come up or like a guide, and so that'll be referenceable by the AI, at least for the deployment. So I'm going to go through that. Give me 1 second. And just so you know, if you ever wanted to use this tool, in Google Docs under Tools here, you have voice typing, where you can click this and you could type. This tab has to be open though, so you'll have to open something up in a new tab and do it in here. But if I start to record here, you can see all of this shows up in the doc. So this will make a perfect use case for me to just sit here and talk about the platform, any questions that may come up, and it'll all be in this doc. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sit here and do it on video. I'll come to you right when I'm done. Okay. Just finished this. I have 61 pages of information. This is everything from just basic stuff to how-tos on how to do everything. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to download this as a PDF. And once that finishes downloaded, that's going to be on my desktop. Now I have my Supabase project good to go. This is all configured. I have my Buildship stuff good to go. I just need to ship this off. Again, if you want to see elaboration of this, there's a full video on it. I'm not going to waste time here. And I'm going to ship these out just to make sure that they're good. And then we're going to upload this and then test. So flow path. I do need to change this. Hold on 1 second. Let me configure these and I'll get these launched. Okay, now that these are successfully launched, I'm going to use the modal to upload these. I'm going to put this here and I'm going to add my PDF and here, my knowledge base PDF. Okay, now let's upload this. And if everything goes to plan, we should be good. I don't think that file size will be too large. If not, I have to maybe break it down into 1 or 2. That's fine too. But I'm going to let this load and come back. Okay, so upload schedule, and let's go to Buildship and make sure that that went through. And then we'll check Supabase to make sure that everything was outputted correctly. Okay, so it looks like we have a success here. Let's go to our Supabase project and see how that went. Perfect. So we got a good amount of data in there. We'll have to see how this reacts because this looks like this should work. And I'll test this by referencing this Ask Questions workflow. And let's just test this real quick. It's not connecting. Let's query. Okay. Good. So we're getting some information back. So let's test this out. So this is the one that we're going to build the custom tool around. Let me pull up my support assistant here. And let's go to tools and abilities, and we're going to create this custom tool knowledge base. It's going to be knowledge_base. This is the API endpoint I'm going to use. I do need a parameter here. I think it's query. I'll check that in here. args.query. Yep. Okay. The query. Actually, I have a copy and paste in here. I'll just copy and paste it from the one that works. And let me bring that over here. Okay, and then I'll do the description. Okay. Let's create this tool. I'm going to add it to the assistant and save those changes. And we're good to go. Okay, so I think we're getting pretty close. So if I go to our checklist here, so we have our custom tool for RAG is now done. We've done our Buildship setup. We've built out the support documentation and uploaded it. And we technically did test and deploy this one, so I'll mark that one as done too. The only thing left is to build the widget and then test and deploy everything.